This video has the true potential to change your life. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to live a life beyond your wildest dreams. This is the key to success in your life. I'm going to share with you the secret to abundance and a life beyond your wildest dreams. And everything can change the moment you do this. I know that introduction might seem a little bit dramatic, but the information in this video will seriously change your life. I wish they taught this in schools. Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Mary Kate and I'm a mindset coach, manifesting expert, and founder of mkmagicmindset.com. If you're new here, my channel is all about law of attraction, manifesting, meditations, and more, all that good stuff. So be sure to subscribe. I would love to have you. I don't even know where to get started because I have so much to share with you in today's video. Doesn't it ever seem like some people are just destined for success? I mean, do you remember in high school? I know a lot of high schools do this. They do the senior superlatives, like most likely to succeed, most likely to be president, most likely to do whatever. But what is it about those people that were voted most likely to succeed? What is it about that friend or that person you know that just is always successful at what they do? What is it that they have that makes them successful? Where does that charisma come from? Where does that drive come from? Where does that motivation come from? Well, it all comes down to identity. We all have an identity, but what if you've been seeing your identity wrong this whole time? And what I'm about to share with you is going to blow your mind. So if you're ready to have your mind blown, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. So here's what you need to understand. Your identity is not a fact. Your identity is an illusion. Who you think you are is not a fact. It's not true. It's not real. It's not a tangible concept. You've decided your identity based on your experiences, based on your beliefs, based on external circumstances that have all made you decide who you are in this world. Your identity has been created. It was created based on thoughts you've continued to think over and over again, beliefs you hold, your subconscious programming, things other people have told you about yourself, all of it. It's all influenced your identity. And your identity is simply who you think you are. Our brains like to classify things. All throughout our day, we're constantly viewing things as good or bad, this or that. Our brain classifies things because it's a mechanism to keep you alive. We classify things as dangerous or safe, things that will kill you or things that won't kill you. It's all part of that reptilian brain that's designed to keep you alive. So your identity is based on things that you've classified over and over again, and it's formed who you think you are. So who do you think you are? What are things that you think about yourself? What is your identity? If you were to take out a journal right now and say, who am I? And anytime I say that, I immediately think of Derek Zoolander from Zoolander when he's staring into the puddle and says, who am I?
Who am I?
But who do you think you are? What are things that you identify as true about yourself? Do you think that you're broke? Do you think that you're not good at sports? Do you think that you're not a runner? Do you think that you're a night owl? Do you think that you're a person that wakes up early? These are all things that form your identity. These are just minor things that form your identity. There is so many intricate parts to your identity that we're not going to get into because this video will be like hours long. But just look at the surface stuff. Look at things that you identify as true right now and observe, are they actually true? Or do you just think they're true based on things that have happened, based on beliefs you hold, thoughts you've thought, or things you've experienced? Because an experience doesn't determine your identity. An experience shows you contrast. You have to learn what you don't want in order to have the things that you do want. So if you've experienced being broke or not having money, that was contrast to show you that you don't want that. But that doesn't mean that you're a broke person, that you're always broke or you never have money or you have to work at jobs you hate. That's not true. You decided it was true based on that external circumstance. Do you see where I'm going with this? This runs really deep into your subconscious programming. Meanwhile, the ego in your brain is saying, yes, that is me, this is true about me, but it's not. And I know for some of you, this is probably shaking you to your core and you're sitting there saying, well, no, I am this. I am not good at sports. I am this. That's your ego trying to confirm your identity because you want to classify yourself. You want to be able to classify who you are, but it really comes down to who you think you are. But you can change who you think you are. And when you change that, when you truly change your beliefs and your subconscious programming, you can open up all of the doors for yourself. So this whole thing about identity and who you think you are influences the decisions you make. And all decisions you make are based on emotion. There's this speaker named Antonio Damasio, and he has a lot of talks online all about how you make decisions and categorize things based on feelings. And decisions are so important because decisions affect your life. Every decision you make, whether you realize it or not, whether big or small, all has an effect on your life. Whether you decide to say yes to something, whether you decide to do something you're scared to do, whether you decide to work at a certain job, whether you decide to buy a certain house, all of this affects your life. Every decision affects your life. And the correlation between your decisions being affected by your emotions is what keeps a lot of people stuck. Feelings are the motivating drive to do things. Without feelings, there would be no motivation to do anything. You would just be right where you are. If you think about it, what is something that you've wanted to do, but because you were scared, you didn't do? And let me share with you what successful people know and what I've learned throughout the years is that you will never feel ready, but you do it anyway. Whether or not you want to start that business or start a YouTube channel or put yourself out there in any way, you're never going to feel ready, but you do it anyway. That fear never goes away, but you just know your potential and you go after it anyway. And the whole reason for that fear is because it's tied into that identity of who you think you are. The who am I to have that, or I'm not the kind of person that has this, or I'm not good at this, or I'm this person. That's all that fear comes from. It's based on your identity of who you think you are. But if you want to change your life, if you want to advance, if you really want to manifest all of the things you desire, and you want to achieve abundance and achieve success beyond your wildest dreams, you have to take action before you're ready. You have to change your identity of who you think you are. You have to feel that fear and lean into it anyway, knowing that you are always supported and everything will always work out for you, because that has to be a belief you hold deep within you. Feel the fear and choose to see things differently. So when you examine these limiting beliefs around yourself, when you examine resistance towards anything you're trying to manifest or create in your life, when you examine any fear about moving forward or taking action, it's your job to interrupt that thought. And the way you do that is notice when that thought comes up. Notice when that fear comes up. Notice when that belief comes up. Notice when that thought you think is true about yourself comes up. And you interrupt it by deciding to see things differently. Is it true? No, it's a thought you think. It's a feeling you feel. It's not true. You can decide to see it differently. You can decide to see it in a new way. You can decide to lean into that fear, face that fear head on, and move past it. Because the things that were placed in your heart, all of the desires you have, were meant to guide you to the person you're meant to become. So denying those desires is denying yourself. If you have aspirations to do something, if you have a drive to do something, if there is something you want out of life, whatever goal you may have, it's up to you to lean into the fear, go after it. And when those beliefs or identity issues come up, it's your job to interrupt it and decide to see things differently and decide to move forward, because that fear never ever goes away. Do you think that all of those successful people you look up to didn't feel that fear and didn't feel that hesitation and didn't feel those same exact feelings you're feeling? No, they felt it and they moved through it. They leaned in knowing that it was going to work out. They leaned into trusting their feelings and intuition and guidance that they were meant to do this thing, and they overcame that identity issue of not feeling like they were that good enough or that person or the person they needed to be to have things that they want. There are moments that your identity might be screaming that you're a failure or that what you want is impossible, but you keep moving. You keep moving. You interrupt those thoughts and you keep it going. You lean in, and when you lean into your life and really acknowledge and go after the things that you want, that opens up all the doors for you to be able to receive the things that you want. Stop pulling back, start leaning in. It will change your life. And start looking at your identity of who you think you are and change your beliefs about it to support who you want to be, who you want to become. It's such a powerful lesson. Go after what you want and do it unapologetically. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And be sure to follow my Instagram at MKMagicMindset. I post tons of daily affirmations and law of attraction tips. And be sure to check out my website, mkmagicmindset.com. There you'll find all of my digital courses, coaching. You can learn more about subconscious programming and so much more. And I will see you in the next one.